These are all holes in the copper stack. You can see how thin it's getting to be. Matter of fact, you know, when you can press your blade in it without trying. They're all over the place. And this is what typically happens to copper drain lines. God, they might be flush that toilet up there. A lot of water. It sounds like it picked up.
Guess the nice thing's gonna have the blue joint.
Right. So that's what happens with copper drain lines. We're going to cut it out up there, and then we're going to cut it out down here and replace that section with PVC. Cool, it's not. Let me switch this blade real quick, or well. Slip our new PVC back in there. Good. I should get a wood blade so I can cut that 2x4 out right there. Hey, it can't take me nowhere. cut wood. Definitely ain't what I wanted to happen. I got oil on my face and I just know it ain't bathroom oil.
No, it's that fresh water.
Yeah.
The fresh poo-poo water.
I'm gonna have to take more of that out. More of that wood out. But
Yeah.
let me go grab that bad of the bone blade. It's a little sharp one. This is a bad to the bone blade. It will butcher you if you're not careful. Believe me, I got scars on my hands from it. Toilet ladder. I don't want
It cuts through that wood with ease.
Yeah, I don't really want anything falling in the drain, so I better put that over it. Oh, buddy. I should want to burn some water off. Bet we got room now. The diameter of the copper pipe would have been not as the same diameter on a PVC, so we would have had trouble pushing that PVC up into there. You see, I don't even want to fit already. It's just a little bigger, so I found it easier just to remove the wood. Now, because I don't like using tape measures, and I sure don't want to go up there and get all wet, I'm going to get me a measurement from here. I got it set on the ground. Add a little something to the air. Get a measurement from here. Make it a hair shorter. And I'll use that wood pruning blade. Took it a little slow. I didn't want to splatter the PVC. So on one side I'm going to do a copper to plastic mission band. Notice how that side's real thin, that side's super thick. That's going to go on my copper. And then up top, because I'm going on the hub of that fitting, that's almost the same size as copper. So I'm just going to, plastic. So I'm just going to use a plastic to plastic band. So of course we had her cut. We'll throw our pipe up in there to make sure it's going to fit and line up and all that good stuff. Oop, that's why we check. That needs to be a little bit shorter. Which is funny because, yeah, that must be why. No level cuts. I thought I hadn't been doing this for 15 years.
Floor must be unlevel.
Damn floor, can't take it nowhere. Alright. Oh, you know what? It did start sliding on me. Don't have much of a gap for my rubbers, so I'm going to take even a little bit more. for the rubber I was talking about is that right there on the inside where they butt together. Our top one, I'm just going to put on and then slide it into place. Somebody's running more water.
Pretty soon it's gonna be
Hope
it.
they don't take this shit and flush it. Alright.
Getting a couple grown men running.
Like screaming like some little girl.
Get him, babe!
Yeah. Dookie falling from the sky. Sky dookie, that's the worst. God, that's a lot of water. Is it pee? Or is it the kitchen sink? Is it pee? Or is it the kitchen sink?
Kitchen sink, I swear. Kitchen sink. Kitchen sink, I swear. Nice thing is there's no discoloration, so
We might just be safe
Yeah.
today.
might have dodged a bullet.
That's that old hep water. That hep you up water. Why does the band look all old and cruddy? Because it is. Shut up, it's stainless steel. Alright. Normally I use a torque wrench. Mine wasn't easy to grab this morning, so I said forget about it. It's a 5/16 nut driver.
And I swear that's a magnetic head. Does it feel like it? Maybe it's just.
It got stuck or whatever it is. Just trying to prepare ourselves for everything possible. Now, just gotta make a little love to that crow's foot up there. Spin it to make sure you're on. Then, oh heck yeah, just fell off. Good. Make love to this one a little bit. I pushed it all the way forward and then pulled it back. And everything lined up. Sat in there nicely. That's something I want to do to make it look good. Just bring my words around front. It's not actually PVC, it's the foam, we call it foam core. Co-extruded cellular core. Because they have two thin pieces of PVC, one this big, and then they push foam inside there. There's a side view. You can barely tell, but if you look real close, you can see that layer right there is different than the center. Foam core, it's a lot lighter. You can put a 20-foot section on your finger with ease. Wash off the gun with the syphilades. Okay. Might as well start by putting that bottom band together. Start here, not only because it's a good angle, but because these will slide back as you get them tight. Top one a little bit, bottom one a little bit. torque wrench will torque them down so they have 60 pounds per square inch. But if you crank it with your hand to where it's pretty darn snug, you can achieve that and more. You can do the top or the bottom first, that don't matter. It's not that serious. I can't believe the copper stack leaked that long. I mean, you see the mold on the walls. You can see how soft that section of wall was. This will trick up to the copper fitting or a hub. I call it hub because of this section right here. You can tell that this section here is bigger than the pipe, or than the fitting. The pipe goes into the fitting, so this section here is a hub. I've been doing this regular mission band on the hub for a long time. And in that situation, I needed it because there was a hole right here where it went into the hub. And I sure didn't want to have to cut out this crow's foot and recreate all that.
Things don't hear no more water.
Yeah, sure, that's the good thing. So I think I'm going to go out here and grab the mission band just because. It's funny how the back side of the pipe's all good. And the inside, you can probably see ripples where the water has been running.